Good morning, students. Today I will discussing about spermatogenesis. Okay, so before entering this topic, just I will introduce about developmental biology and embryology. Okay, so I will also send an introduction video about developmental biology. Okay, so here the role of reproduction is to provide for the continued existence of a species. Continued existence of a species. Okay, so some thousands of years one organism still continue those life in this earth because of the reproduction, because of the reproduction. Okay, so here developmental biology and embryology little difference. What is that? Okay, so developmental biology in this branch coming what is that? Regeneration, metamorphosis, and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, these all are undercomes in the developmental biology. But in the embryology, okay, so this embryology just what is that we studying about in the embryology. Okay, so prenatal development of gametes means what is that? Sperms and ovums, those development and formation. Okay, so the next fertilization. Okay, and development of embryos and fetus. Okay, so till the what is that? Adult organism. Okay, so that is the difference between developmental biology and embryology. So in the embryology we studying about prenatal development of gametes means gamete formation. Okay, so that is known as gametogenesis. Okay, so here gametogenesis is the production of gametes, that is sperm, spermatogenesis, and eggs oogenesis. Okay, so takes place through the process of meiosis. Okay, so what is that? This what is that? Gamete formation. Okay, so through the process of meiosis. Okay, so in their organisms, spermatogenesis, okay, so occurs in male organisms to production of sperms. Oogenesis occurs in female organisms. Okay, so production of eggs or ovus. Okay, so here first spermatogenesis. Okay, so today we knowing about what is spermatogenesis and the process of sperm formation. Okay, so the process of formation of sperms is called spermatogenesis. Okay, what is that? The process of formation of sperm is called spermatogenesis. Okay, so it occurs in the wall of the seminiferous tubules in the testes. Seminiferous tubules in the testis. Okay, so testis, it is a male reproductive organ. What is that? Testes are male reproductive organs, those are present in the males. Okay, so seminiferous tubules are the structural and functional units of the testis, are the male reproductive system. Okay, and the seminiferous tubules lined by germinal epithelium. The seminiferous tubule lined by germinal epithelium. It consists largely of what is that? Primary or primordial germ cells. Okay, so it consists largely primary germ cells or primordial germ cells and certain somatic cells called Sertoli cells. Okay, so what is that? What is that? Germinal epithelium consists of primordial germ cells and Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells to nourish these primordial germ cells are all developing cells. Okay, so then here these germ cells to produce diploid undifferentiated cells called spermatogonia. This is spermatogonia. Okay, so was also known as sperm mother cell. What is that? Sperm mother cell. Okay, so then this spermatogonia throughout number of mitosis divisions and to increase the number of, okay, so spermatogoniums. Okay, so increase the number of spermatogonia through the mitosis division. Then after this spermatogonia again entering into meiosis. Okay, so it will produce spermatid. It will produce spermatid. Okay, so then after this spermatid differentiated into spermatozoa. Okay, just this is the process of what is that? formation of sperm or spermatogenesis. Okay, so here formation of spermatid. Okay, so here spermatogenesis. Okay, so in two steps, what is that? Formation of spermatids, formation of spermatids, and okay, so another one is what is that? Okay, so formation of spermatozoa, formation of spermatozoa from spermatids. Okay, so here first step, formation of spermatids. Okay, so in this step, okay, so includes different phases. Okay, so what is that? Multiplication phase, growth phase, maturation phase. Multiplication phase, growth phase, maturation phase. Okay, so first what is that? Multiplication phase. Okay, so the undifferentiated primordial germ cell, undifferentiated primordial germ cell divides several times by mitosis. Okay, so to produce a large number of spermatogonia, so that's why here the phase name multiplication, multiply means, okay, increase the number of spermatogonia. Okay, so this spermatogonia diploid in state, diploid means 2n in state. Okay, and next growth phase. Okay, so the spermatogonium actively grow to a larger primary spermatocyte. Okay, so by obtaining nourishment from the nourishing cells means Sertoli cells. Okay, so then, okay, so after completion of multiplication phase, okay, so the spermatogonia was entering into growth phase. So here the spermatogonium actively grown, okay, to larger. Okay, so means koncham what is that? Increase the size. Okay, so and ready for meiotic division. Okay, so the larger primary spermatocyte. Okay, so the spermatogonium, okay, so changing into primary spermatocyte. Okay, so then now the cell is called primary spermatocyte. Okay, so it is also a diploid cell, it is also a diploid cell, 2n. Okay, so then after completion of growth phase, okay, so the primary spermatocyte was entering into maturation phase. Okay, so here each primary spermatocyte undergoes first meiotic division, and to produce two secondary spermatocytes, Okay, so it is haploid in state. Okay, why? Because here it is meiotic division, reduction division, so that's why diploid cell was converting into haploid one. Okay, so both these secondary spermatocytes now undergoes what is that? Second meiotic division, and to form four haploid spermatids, spermatids. Okay, so then after completion of maturation phase, okay, so each primary spermatocyte to produce, okay, so four haploid spermatids. So here the spermatids also in haploid in state. Okay, so the next second step, formation of spermatozoa from the spermatids. Okay, so here in these spermatids, okay, so differentiated into spermatozoans. So this is known as spermiogenesis, not spermatogenesis, spermiogenesis. Okay, so the transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa is called spermiogenesis. What is that? The transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa is called spermiogenesis. Okay, so the spermatozoa are later on known as sperms. Okay, so then later the spermatozoa was known as sperms. Okay, so change in the nucleus. Okay, so have the what is that? Spermatid transfer into spermatozoa. Okay, so little changes occurs in spermatid to change as a spermatozoan. Okay, so change in the nucleus. Okay, so the nucleus gradually decrease in the size by losing of water. What is that? The nucleus gradually decrease in its size by losing of water. Okay, so next, okay, so gradually change its shape, gradually change its shape. What is that? Nucleus shape. Okay, so generally in different animals have different type of nucleus shape. Okay, so spiral, okay, so round, okay, and elongated round shape, so on. Okay, so the next, acrosome formation. Okay, so it is an important modification. What is that? Acrosome formation. Okay, so the acrosome occurs at the anterior side of the sperm nucleus. Where it is present? The acrosome occurs at the anterior side of the sperm nucleus. Okay, so it is formed by the Golgi complex. Okay, so acrosome formed by the Golgi complex. It contain proteases enzymes with help it in the easy penetration inside the egg. Okay, so what is that? In the fertilization mechanism. Okay, so this acrosome play a vital role to penetrate the walls of the egg and inside the sperm nucleus into the ovum cytoplasm. Okay, so then the centrosome of the centrosome of the spermatid form middle piece and tail. Middle piece and tail. So middle piece contains the mitochondria. Okay, so coiled rounded the axial filament. Okay, so coiled rounded the axial filament. Okay, so this mitochondria to provide the sperms. Okay, so to provide energy uh, to the sperms for those movement. Okay, so then at final the tail is okay, so several times larger than the head. Okay, several times larger than the head of the sperm. Okay, so it gives motility to the sperm. It gives motility to the sperm. Okay, so with the help of flagellar movement. Okay, so the sperm moves. Okay, so because of this tail. Okay, so this is spermiogenesis. So here a diagram is there. What is that? Stages in spermatogenesis. Okay, so first, what is that? Multiplication phase. Multiplication phase. Okay, so here it is what is that? Spermatogonium. Spermatogonium. Okay, so diploid in state to end state. Okay, so it is to produce a number of additional spermatogonium through the mitosis division. Additional spermatogonium through the mitosis division. This is multiplication phase. Okay, and next, okay, so then growth phase. So in these all spermatogoniums, okay, so was entering into growth phase. Okay, so this was known as primary spermatocyte. Okay, so it is increase the size. Okay, so that is primary spermatocyte. There is no meiotic division, so that's why primary spermatocyte is also diploid in state. Okay, so growth phase. Then after this primary spermatocyte, okay, so was entering into maturation phase. And to produce 4 spermatids through the meiosis division. Okay, so primary spermatocyte was first undergoes into meiosis division 1 and to produce, okay, so 2 secondary spermatocytes. Okay, so here it is meiotic division 1. So that's why secondary spermatocyte, it is in haploid in state. Why? Because the number of chromosomes was decreasing in the half number. Okay, so then this secondary spermatocytes was entering into meiosis 2 and to produce 4 spermatids, 4 haploid spermatids. Okay, so at final completion of maturation phase, here 4 spermatids was formed from 1 spermatogonia or one primary spermatocyte. Okay, so then after these spermatids, okay, so was modified into spermatozoa or sperms, that is known as spermiogenesis. Okay, so what is that? Formation of acrosome. Okay, so tail formation, midpiece formation. Okay, so inactive spermatids, okay, inactive not motile spermatids undergoes, okay, motile spermatozoa, active spermatozoa. The process was known as spermiogenesis. So this is, what is that? Spermatogenesis or sperm production.